Hey guys. Yeah. So what I was doing here was starting to get these guys to cross the creek. Now a bunch of them have been going across it, and the gate's on open up to the next pasture, and there's several, but there was probably, I don't know, maybe 100 of them with kids and lambs on them on the wrong side, and they're predicting some more rain. So I bring them up here real easy. There's somewhat of a creek crossing here. It's not great. But some of them just trot right on across it. Their kids or lambs just go with them, and it's no big deal. And then some of them, yeah, you know how it is. So, and if nothing else, see, it's good training to bring them up. Um, and if they don't all cross, not that that's not that big a deal right now, because they'll cross, maybe the next time or the next time, and there'll be nannies over there that's left their kids maybe on this side, and they'll come back and forth, and they'll get a taste of that new pasture that the gate's open to, and they'll want to go back there to graze. So, um, yeah, we just took our time training them to drive too, and just bring them up here, and then we'll leave them be. It's not supposed to rain tonight. I think it's maybe tomorrow night. Not really sure. Of course, I don't know when I'll get this video put up either, so it might be tonight when you're watching this. We've had plenty of rain, but this little branch is gone down some now. But it can get pretty wild. So some of those nannies are going over there, and I'm confident they'll come back and they'll pick up their kids, and then they'll go back, and one of these times their kid will cross with them. Yeah, so here's the pasture I'm driving them off of. They've got most of the brush kind of cleaned up here for the spring, and they've got a lot of the weeds ate down. And we've got some cows lined up that we'll bring in here now. It's just mostly fescue, that's all that's left. But there's some fall calving cows, some dry cows that'll do pretty decent on this yet. And then we'll move these to the next pasture, and then the cows will follow up into that one also. Trying to mop up some of the parasites. Yeah, Autumn's really learning how to sort of stay back and just put some pressure on them, but she doesn't like it when one turns like this Nanny here, turns to her. It's hard to keep her off of her. But I don't really want her to, run in there and bust them all up. So you can see a bunch of them across the creek here. Some of them kids over on the other side jumping around playing. I don't know how many's left here, maybe. Oh, I don't know. Could be 30. It's always more than it looks. So yeah, I have crossed them right here before, and this is where they want to go sometimes, but they just sort of seem to want to drift over to that other crossing. You see that pallet there? We have taken pallets and even made, kind of a bridge, laid them in the creek, and they use it to go back and forth, but the water washes it out, and they're gone. So if you have something like this, it can be an obstacle, but you can overcome it. Um, Now this is the field that they can come into here. The gate's open. Now this is the same field if you watch videos where we had the feeder set out. We had all those yearlings and we were feeding them. We're getting them ready for the sale. Same field. And there's all kinds of stuff that's just growed up. We didn't plant. Well, let me think. We planted some oats in here, I guess, a little bit this spring. I don't think we got a good stand because there was so much other stuff. There's some white Dutch clover. There's red clover. There's wild oats. There's cereal rye. There's ragweed, common ragweed, giant ragweed. There's mare's tail, all variety of all kinds of those weeds in here. But they like all of that. So a day or two or so more, bringing up, they may be all across in the morning when I come out here. Because those nannies will go back and forth and drag some more nannies and kids back. We're not in a big hurry, although I'd like for them to be on this side if that rains a lot and that creek gets up again. But if they're not, it's not really going to hurt anything. Well, it's a nice evening here, guys. So I hope you're having a good evening.